This timeline is going to be the most fun we've ever made because it has so many crazy and funny parts, like what Trump is doing, how Powell is reacting, and how this will affect XRP. So you can understand how silly it is that the President of the United States of America wants Jerome Powell to be fired. I need to show you what's really going on. Listen, things have been tense between Trump and Powell for a few months now, but Trump is making his point more clearly than ever. I find Powell's response to this even funnier. This is something we're going to talk about because it has big effects on XRP and a lot of other things as well. Keep an eye out for everything I'm going to say. Here's a real tweet from Donald Trump in which he says that the ECB is likely to lower rates for a seventh time. In case you didn't know, the ECB is the European Central Bank. On the other hand, they only did research after Trump's real tweet, and we'll talk about that more soon. Still, it was too late yesterday when Fed Chair Jerome Powell released a report that was yet another an absolute mess. It's clear that Trump wants Jerome Powell fired, but Powell was always too late and wrong. The price of oil and food is going down, and the U.S. is making a lot of money from taxes. Powell was late to the party, and he should have cut interest rates like the ECB a long time ago. He should still do it now, even though Powell's firing can't come soon enough. Among all the news stories, something very interesting happened right here. At 2:45 p.m. Eastern, the White House said there would be a news conference at 4:30 p.m. Eastern with a special guest. After 21 minutes, at 3:06 p.m., 10 million more people showed up, the S&P 500 than the day before. The video announced limits on H2O ships. A similar trend was seen in the QQQ options when a lot of insiders randomly put in a bunch of puts. This is a trend that you should pay attention to because it looks like something big will be announced soon. After a long break, I'll talk about Trump. Trump made it clear that he was unhappy with the Federal Reserve and Fed Chair Powell, saying that Powell would resign if Trump asked him to. What's going on with these other countries that want to talk about tariffs? I think this is a really interesting point, and I want to learn more about it nonsense. The Italian Prime Minister says, I'm sure we will come to an agreement on taxes. The European Union also told her not to go to Trump's White House, but she did anyway. This means that she pretty much took it upon herself to talk to Trump about this because it affects her country. Actually, it affects the whole European Union, but the EU wants to get all of its. As they got ready to talk to Trump about a better deal, Meloni told him, "You're taking too long. I want to find a better deal right now." She went straight to the White House to talk about it all at the same time. Trump is saying that he's very sure of a new trade deal with the EU. We can tell that from that message has changed. He's saying that he's sure he can make deals with almost everyone who has tariffs on goods right now. That's interesting. When the prime minister comes in, it sounds like she's saying the same thing. She's sure we can work out a deal on tariffs the second time. President Trump is also firing Chair Powell of the Federal Reserve. President Trump said that the U.S. will work out a deal with China. The way Trump presents himself is very important because when he says he's sure about making deals and doing different things, it usually means that the tariffs will be put on hold for a while longer. That's all we've heard so far, so Trump could change his mind tomorrow. I actually think that the markets will crash, and we'll talk more about that soon near the end of this video. But the fact that Trump is saying this right now is very interesting. Even with all of that, the Wall Street Journal revealed something else that was a surprise. Trump has talked about firing the head of the Federal Reserve, John F. Kennedy. Additionally, he has talked with former Fed Governor Kevin Walsh about the possibility of replacing Powell. Recently, there have been a lot of press releases from the Wall Street Journal and small rumors that turned out to be true. The most important one was the tax freeze in Europe after that fake news story came out. Trump said that's not true, it's not going to happen. It did happen the next day, which is pretty cool. Now, let's see if this also comes true. It looks like Trump has someone in mind to replace Jerome Powell. which makes sense. It looks like he wants to get rid of Powell before the end of his term in 2026, which again fits with Trump's plans, aims for politics. But I want to know what you all think about this. Do you think Trump should pay attention, Jerome Powell? I really don't like the Federal Reserve. They have too much power over the future of the United States and have run the business badly. That needs to stop right away, which is why I want to get rid of let's see what happens with the new Federal Reserve. Having said that, the things we're seeing are pretty cool. After a lot of this, XRP went down pretty big. As you can see, we've been going up and down over the last few days. There are a few green days here, which is nice. We've been stuck since then, as in nothing has happened in the markets in the last few days. Everything is fine. In fact, traffic has been pretty good everywhere. There are a lot of people out there right now buying, selling, and doing futures. There is a lot of talk going on right now, but the big players still don't know what's going on. So the markets aren't moving. Things are going crazy right now. The market is having one of the craziest times we've ever seen, and I think it's only going to get stranger. What should we expect now? Since we last looked at it, the stochastic RSI has been too high for a while, which only means that a reversal is likely to happen. That we can see that the Bollinger Bands are getting tighter by looking more closely at them. The red line, the green line, and the blue line are all moving towards the middle. Whenever this has happened before, and I've talked about this a few times on the channel, there has been a big move either up or down. You can see that the stochastic RSI is going up, is high, which means there are more buyers than sellers right now. We could also see a very easy liquidity sweep from whales. Personally, I think the first move will be down over the next few days. If you look closely, I think there will be a big drop in the next 3 or 4 days. That will be a great time to buy the dip, just like we did when we closed that 65% deal. In Trade for Profit, I recently said that I think we'll have one more chance this month to close a very good trade off of this dip in the next 3 or 4 days. Of course, I want to help you guys make money too. So if you want to take advantage of this chance, make sure you can see all of my trades as soon as I make them, and all of my limit orders go off. Things like orders and more. Give Crypto Crusaders right away, because this is a great chance to make a lot of money if you can catch the bottoms or even just get close to them, which is something we usually do very well. If you liked what you saw today, please hit the like and subscribe buttons and let me know what you think about Trump's policy. I drove how is basically just avoiding him. Tell me what you think. Leave your predictions in the comments and I'll answer a few of the most important ones. I love all of you, and we'll see you soon.